Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you're watching this video. I've been brought to a few decks here, and Spirit told me to go ahead and set them up like this, and we're going to be pre-selecting all the cards for the message today. So we're going to go ahead and get some cards from this deck, and then we'll move on to the other ones. Get a few animals out here on the table. I hope you all are doing wonderfully. And even if you're not doing wonderfully right now, I hope that it gets better soon. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. And some tarot. And some tarot. For you magical beings out there in the collective. Let's see where the magic carpet is going to take us today, shall we? And yeah, those are, okay. Spirit said, yeah, those. Okay, Spirit, calm down, all right? Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move these off to the side. Thank you guys so much for being here as well. Let's start with the alchemy. We've got gold. I totally thought there was 3 cards here, and there's actually 4. I love that. We have stibis with antimony. Nice. We've got copper, eris. And beautiful. Quicksilver. Lots of metallics going on. And with the way these cards came out, Spirit is wanting me to organize them in a fashion that almost looks like stepping stones. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and try to be kind of quick about it. Thank you for your patience. We're going to go like that. Is that good, Spirit? There, stepping stones. So that's telling me too that the energy of this gold is the first and foremost, and then so on. Ending over here at the quicksilver. And there's something about this gold not necessarily being looked at as a materialistic thing. What it's speaking of in this contents is holding this alchemical unit within your mind's eye with the energies of the golden essence that resides within your heart space, that resides within your kingdom inside of you. And the stibis, this antimony, the gray wolf here, it speaks about how in the laboratory it is very corrosive and it's able to cause decay to just about anything except for gold, which I thought was super interesting that it came out right after gold. And there's like this vibe of using this corrosiveness and using this kind of decay in order to take the gold and start to morph it into something else. And there's also the energies of having too much corrosive energy to the point where it can lead to destruction. And instead of allowing the destruction to occur, going more into a creative mode and using the corrosion in order to create, if that makes sense. So with copper being the next stepping stone after these two, it speaks about how one is spending way too much time within the energies of logistics and pursuing things a little too practically without having that sensuality, without having that sense of wonder and sense of just pure pleasure. And so there's like this call of bringing this sensuality and this pleasure into the equation of all of this work that's being done. And holding the works with reverence and curiosity. There is a curiosity that is lacking here. But once that is achieved, the final stepping stone here is the quicksilver. It's that point where the hardened metal starts to liquefy and become pliable. Quicksilver also represents the ability to stand at the doorway between worlds. And it has a very shamanic vibe to it. All of these stepping stones has led this person to being that shamanic sage, to being that artist and that alchemist that can take all of these metal structures and bring in a chemical reaction where it can be corrosive at times, and yet it liquefies such hardened metals from before and is able to meet at the threshold between the material and the non-material realms. Quite an interesting dynamic that we already have on the table here for today. I'm going to go ahead and fix these just a tad bit before I grab the animal cards. Let's see. We have the beautiful buffalo, and we've got that lightning in the background, that storm energy. Wow, we have golden egg. And once again, I thought there was only 3, but there's 4. That's awesome. We have the beautiful octopus. And we have the nightingale. For me, the buffalo stands for movement. And because it's a herding group, and they tend to relocate within groups of them, because if there's more of them together while they are traversing the land, the more protected they are as they move forward, if that makes sense. Your ability to withstand the storms with the strength of the buffalo is very prominent here as well. And the fact that this copper card really speaks about working tirelessly in the realms of logistics. And the fact that the octopus came out, they are very logistical beings. And they have all these tentacles that are capable of doing many different things all at one time. And in this depiction, the octopus's crown there is just completely lit up while its limbs are reaching every which way, doing every which thing that they could possibly be thinking about needing to be done. All that chaos, and yet there is just flashes of this beautiful light up here within that crown chakra of the octopus. But adding a little bit more curiosity and sensuality into the equation is what's really going to help you and bringing your song forth, just like the nightingale does. Because even if it is surrounded in darkness, it sings its sweet songs. You are truly a master of using your golden egg energy. And I'm hearing with this golden egg card, and the fact that the gold was the first stepping stone here, as Spirit laid out the stepping stones, that there's something at the center of your heart that has yet to be sung. And that's why the nightingale here at the end came out. There is something that is waiting for you to access this like Aphrodite love, passion, like sensuality. And this is what's going to cause this unstruck song to be hit and struck and then sung outwards. And while I understand this all sounds very philosophical, sometimes Spirit just brings messages across that way in order to keep the message for the person that it's for between the two of you. Because sometimes when things sound like they might be a little puzzly to whoever it's for, it's going to make perfect sense. I'm not sure why Spirit wanted to explain that here, but there you go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and read exactly what it says for this golden egg card within the book. It says, "Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of the modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate, there's that sensuality, with our very essence and comfortable with the vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you." That's very much the vibes that I was getting also off of this octopus card and the copper card as well, with a focus being a little too much on the logistics of life and not tapping into that heart space and that sensuality that is needed to be tapped into in order to receive this message from that golden cosmic beautiful egg there that's just waiting in the nest of your heart. Let's go ahead and see what tarots came out. We have 4 of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Two of Wands in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, and then we have 7 of Cups. Really, what all of these tarot cards boil down to is that your sense of stability here has reached a point of confusion. And a lot of this has been brought on by kind of ignoring this call to sensuality within your life. And this does not mean sensual with another person. This is talking about living your daily life and really just like enjoying each and every moment with a certain sense of sensuality. Kind of like if you're taking a shower, not just hurrying and washing yourself with the soap, but really taking your time to feel the soap going on your skin and feeling the bubbles cleanse yourself and feeling all of the dirt and all of the grime washing away, and then studying how it swirls around the drain. It's being sensual in that way. It's speaking about how no matter how much pain you may be experiencing, it's bringing in the reminder that you have control over the meaning of the pains that they are experiencing. I also really feel like this is a call to not push loved ones within one's life away just because they are kind of experiencing this kind of energy. They're experiencing a little bit of tenseness and irritability. And it's a call to really come into an understanding as to why these feelings are coming up. But with the Hierophant in reverse out here, it's showing that you have the willpower to once again gain control of these feelings that you're feeling currently. And it really represents a breaking away from the constraints of conventional thinking as well. And my mind's eye is being pulled back now here to this Quicksilver. And the fact that within this card in this deck, it talks about being at the threshold of realms between the physical and the spiritual, the metaphysical, and how this is very shamanic in nature. And the reason why all of these things are being expressed here before you and why you are within this energy now is so that you can use it to alchemize, and you will then have the experience of doing that alchemy in order to become this kind of sage and this teacher that can then help others that are going through very similar things. This was very important to be reminded to this person in the collective at this time. Because when you're in the thick of it, it's kind of hard to see it that way. And so Spirit just felt as if this message needed to come through in order to remind you that you are doing the doing and you're in the thick of it. Yes, you are, but it is the alchemy. It is that gray wolf energy. There is destruction and corrosion going on, and it is painful. But it is bringing through this lesson of sensuality brought forth by Aphrodite and this copper element. And it is starting to liquefy and turn into this quicksilver. Because you, my friend, are truly learning how to be the alchemist of your own life. And with that, I'm feeling the energies lifting, and that's letting me know that this reading is now complete. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tapping in with the energies. And I thank all of you who allowed the space for this message to come through as well. If you like and enjoy how Spirit and I do readings, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and hit us up in the comments below. We really love chatting it up with you guys there. And until next time, I love you. Bye.